part of my channel is not everybody's cup of tea, but that's all right.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
And no, I don't really drink tea, it's just a saying. So anyways, on this episode of RC Guy Garage, this is the garden update. You can see that things are definitely growing. We got some weeding issues going on. We got the, I'm actually surprised at how many blossoms are on that stinking little plant, man. That's a, what the heck is that thing called? Oh, it skipped my mind. It's these things. What the heck that? Marigold. So we definitely do have some weeding that needs to happen here. This is the eggplant. The eggplant's actually looking pretty good. So that's eggplant number 1. This is eggplant number 2. Eggplant number 3. You can see I did mounds around them. Not sure why I did that, I just did it. And then eggplant number 4 right there. Then we've got the zucchinis. So this is a zucchini right here. This is another one. You can see there's some blossom growth down in there. And then we've got this one over here. This is starting to travel, which is great. So I'm gonna have to guide that one going this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna guide this right now. And these usually have these little tethers or these little arms that grab on. So if you carefully take this, see how it does that? See how it grabs? Carefully take the plant. And what I wanna do is I just wanna guide it going this way. So I'll just guide it just like that. Very easy to do if you do it early enough. You won't harm the plant. Here's another one right here. Again, you can see, got the blossoms inside that are getting ready to pop. You got a couple right there. This one right here, this one looks like it's maybe missing a little bit of water, but I'm gonna hit it with some Miracle Grow. You can see this one's doing pretty good. Tons of blossoms in there. That's 2 plants. These are all 2 plants, and look at that. Oh, we got a spiderweb thing going in there. So, and then these are those Martian potatoes that I planted. It's obviously just a joke. Now the funny thing is I planted 10 of them. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 grew. But then I have these right here. So these are a sweet potato from last year that started to grow. My wife was going to toss it, and then last second she was like, hey, you know what? Do you want to just toss this in the garden and see what happens? I'm like, sure, because there's another one. I'm like, sure, because we had a couple of spots where nothing grew. Now, I do want to see what happened to this location, because there should be one of those. There should have been something right in there, and I want to see what happened. So there were 10. There's only 5 plants growing, so that means we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe 5 somewhere in there. I want to see, why did those plants maybe not grow? Did they rot? Did I improperly plant it? I just want to investigate and, you know, pull up the potato, see if it rotted. Tomatoes, holy crap. That one's doing pretty good. These peppers are coming along. We got 1, 2, definitely going to need to be weeded. 3, and then 4. So this is not a pepper, but you can see it's got the blossom on. It's already growing. These are those tomatoes. These are those tomatillos. Those things are weird. I don't understand. You can see what they are. See what they are? They're these weird, funky things. I don't quite get. They seem like a wicked sensitive plant, man. I don't know what the heck these things are for. So, but they are growing. This tomato plant, this one's not doing too good. I think this is that one that was just the stalk that had basically no roots. So it's struggling, but it is still alive. So we're gonna just leave it. You know, we'll see if it grows. If it grows, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This tomato plant's actually looking pretty healthy. We can see we do have some little buds starting to grow on that. We do have tomatoes, so you can see right there, that one's turning into a tomato. At some point, once these plants are a little bit bigger, what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll pinch off what I call sucker leaves. So I was taught by an individual a long time ago that there's certain leaves that you snip off, and what it does is people think like the plant is getting the nutrients and everything from that. Well, my thing is I've come across that when you pinch off those sucker leaves, which some of them are plant stabilizers. I don't have a plant that's falling over right now to really show you, but it almost uses almost like this. It almost uses those sucker leaves. Like, see, this is a sucker leaf right here. You can see what happens is you get the stalk, and this is what's going to grow the fruit. So I'll end up pinching this off right here. I'll pinch that off, but I'm going to leave that one probably for now. But what will happen is when the plant tips over, these actually become like feet and stabilize the plant. So, yeah. So sometimes the plants kind of do for themselves what's needed. So you can see this one's tipping over a little bit just because of the weight. I think that's like a beefsteak or something like that. And then you get this one right here. It's got a couple tomatoes, or at least one good tomato that's growing on it right now. But you can see, same thing. Yeah, you can see right there. See how that's doing almost like a foot? And eventually what will happen, and the reason why I mound up on all of my tomato plants, around the stalk is because what it does is it actually produces or spurns the plant to want to grow more roots. Now, what does more roots mean? More roots means it's going to hold on to the earth just that much better, and it's also going to be sucking more nutrients out of the soil. At least that's always been my thought on how this works. You can see we got another tomato right here. Right there, that's a tomato right there. Yeah, big boy. So these are big boy tomatoes. You got another one right here. Another tomato right there going. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'm actually surprised that that's not doing as good. But I mean, that thing should have died and it's not dead. So it is saying something for the theory that I had, that basically when that thing had no roots, I knew it could still grow. So it's just going to be severely lacking, or it's going to be just very severely like behind in that growing process. But let's check out these little areas that didn't grow potatoes, and then go ahead and plant the other things there. The sweet potato. I don't eat sweet potato. I actually can't even eat potatoes right now. Eventually I will. It's that new diet thing that actually works, man. And like I said, once I know that this diet for sure 100% works, which I'm kind of like already there right now, I'll talk about the diet and you can kind of discern for yourself whether if it's something that you want to try. So, what's going on, Daisy? What's going on, girl? What you doing, honey? What you doing? What are you sniffing for? You weird, huh? What, you being weird? Why are you being weird? You can't come in here. No. Sit. Good girl. Are you the guard? Are you the guard of the garden? All right, so let's check this out and see what happened here. There should be a potato right in here. Like I said, I'm gonna take probably this one, or maybe this one, and plant it right in here. There should be the potato that I had planted. I think it should be right here. Oh, is that it? Nope. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I planted it that deep. No, it's gone. Oh, there it is. So that is what happened. The potato actually, oh, look at that. Potato either got eaten or it got rotted. So I'm gonna go with that it got rotted. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. Let it be nutrients for the garden. But I am gonna fluff the soil up a little bit. And I'm gonna take this larger one, I'm gonna go ahead and plant that right in here. Just like that. And we'll see if this works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you know what I mean? What's nice about when you have softened soil like this, makes the weeding process really easy. It doesn't have to be all of them. the majority that's here. Probably by the garage somewhere. Do you want to give me a minute and I'll see if I can find one for you? Do you want to give me a minute and see if I can find one for you? You want to do this while I'm looking for a bucket, or? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a lot of things I gotta do. Then investigate somewhere here. Should have been that other potato right in here somewhere. So obviously, yep, there it is. So bugs got to it, it got rotted. So I'm gonna leave it out, just let it do its thing. Go ahead and weed this out a little bit. Definitely get a lot more shade on this section of the garden. I might have to trim some trees this fall so that the garden can get just a little bit more sun in some of its locations. So I'm just gonna go ahead, just kind of soften this all back up. Now these things like potatoes and whatever supposedly like to grow in very softened, fluffy kind of soil, so that's why I did this. And you don't have to have like the crazy expensive tools. This is actually from a job lot a long time ago. I've actually had this for probably 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. It's just sometimes how you treat the tool. If you try to use this like a pro tool, yeah, it's gonna collapse. But I did notice that it was welded. It's metal. It does have like a ergo handle, and it just point blank works. Just like everything, there's the pro tools, but you sometimes need to know when it's really not necessary. I mean, come on, a pro hammer. What is the resonance level of the pro hammer gonna strike a nail just that much better? Well, yeah, actually it does, because usually the metal's better. And the resonance that comes down the handle is kind of reduced, but you get what I'm getting at. Stinking hammer's a hammer, man. I mean, come on. How many of us, show of hands, I can't do obviously like a show of hands, but a show of thumbs ups, how many people use other items as a hammer that is definitely not considered a hammer? Literally just put a thumbs up and go I do, or just say hammer time. That's what I do. Literally, just about everything could be a hammer, except like a piece of fruit. You can't really use a piece of fruit as a hammer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's the other one that got rotted. So these things might actually rot, but like I said, I'm putting it in fluffy enough soil, so hopefully it's gonna work. Fluffy enough soil. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the, that's a rock. So I just know where it is. Obviously you're gonna see kind of where it is, but man, I don't, what is this, garden grow rocks, man? All right, so because I was keeping that spacing, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it right here. So just go like that. Kind of keep it to the surface a little bit, like that. And that's where I know that that's where that one is. So the other ones that rotted, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them in there. It's not gonna be an issue. So yeah, that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if we can grow some sweet potato the same way we did the Martian potatoes here. It definitely did work on some of them. A couple of them obviously didn't make it, but you know, that's kind of what you have to expect, I guess. So that one's really, really anemic. I'm not sure why it's struggling, but you can see the massive growth. And here's one that's mostly in the shade, and this is crazy. So why is this one that's in the shade have such a massive amount of growth on it? Is it because this area just stays more wet? I would almost think that it would rot out. See, I always thought like potatoes and stuff like that needed to be in a very well drained, like soil kind of dry condition. I always thought potatoes were like dry. So I don't know, man. I'm not some, you know, hero gardener or anything like that. I just have a garden just about every year, and this is what it is, man. There's a few select people that know exactly what I do, and that's gonna stay with them. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and I am just out here doing my garden thing. I am out here with the pups. Hey Daisy, you good girl? Yeah, you don't have to get up. I hate wheels. So, yeah, I know you want to eat the camera, huh? Hey, Hillbills. So this is our oldest dog right now. That's Haley. You want to be in the picture? So I can't remember how old she is, but she's got some age on her. She's a good. You can stop trying to eat the camera. What are you doing? But this is our oldest pup. She's awesome, huh? Ain't you? Yeah. She loves loving. This one gets jealous. So yeah. So if you haven't got yourself a garden, or if you even want to try it, just try it. It's never too late, man. You can also do like a mini garden. Have like a pot, throw a couple tomatoes in there, maybe a pepper plant, put things together, throw in like do like 3, 4. Here's something to do. Here's something to do. Get a good enough sized barrel. So they have these they have like these barrels that have the ropes on them. They have the like rope handles. They're plastic. Get one of those, fill it with some soil, put like I don't know, 5 corn stalks in there, right? 5 corn stalks all the way around. Then do like a tomato plant and do like maybe a couple pepper plants. And basically everything will kind of grow together. And the best part about the corn is the corn grows fairly quick to where you can almost use the corn stalk, and because it's a stalk, you can use the corn stalk to help support the tomatoes. That's actually a pretty stinking good idea, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that next year. I'm gonna use my own advice, man. I'm gonna try that next year. Mark my words, next year, I'm gonna plant corn around my tomatoes and see if it makes it more natural. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I'm outside, not ripping it. Well, right now I'm not ripping it. Today's my anniversary to spend my day with my wife, or my weekend with my wife, so yeah. So we're gonna go out to dinner. We went out to dinner last night. We actually went to a restaurant in the town that I live in. The food was actually pretty stinking good, man. And yes, I had a burger with fries and calamari. Yeah, I slammed off my diet, and guess what? I actually felt okay. Like, I mean, I felt great after. I thought like it was gonna ham me, but it didn't. I actually felt pretty good. But So, and then tonight we're going out to another restaurant. It's a restaurant that we go to pretty much every year for our anniversary. Sometimes we'll stay there. This time we're actually not going to do that. We're just going to go there and then come home and have a nice day and whatever. We're going to go like to the beach or something. She wants to go somewhere to swim. So there's a place that I know of that she can go and swim. And that's enough information about me. You're not here for that. You were here for the garden. I'm out. I'm going to throw this in here right now. That Arrma Outcast 4S, the V2, man. I know this is a garden update. That thing, man. Other than its couple of very minor issues, which could be me. I could be the biggest issue for that car. But I'm not. But I'll tell you right now, that thing is my, probably, at this point in time right now, that is one of my most favorite grab and goes. It actually supersedes the Big Rock. Plug in this game changer fan. It's definitely going to need it. So far, it still only has 2 stickers on it. The other one I kind of can't put the 3rd sticker on it because that fail was me.